You started your business because you wanted freedom. You wanted to build something that was yours, something that gave you control over your time, your income, your life. But somewhere along the way, freedom started to feel like a trap. You are working more hours than you ever did at your job. You are answering messages at midnight. You are skipping meals, canceling plans, telling yourself it is just temporary, just until things settle down. But things never settle down. They just get heavier. If that is where you are right now, I need you to hear this. What you are experiencing is not a sign that you are doing something wrong. It is a sign that nobody ever gave you the right blueprint. And that is exactly what we are going to fix today. Before we go any further, there are related programs linked down below in the video description. People who have followed the exact frameworks inside those programs have completely transformed the way their businesses operate. Not in years, in months, some in weeks. If you are serious about building a business that actually works for you and not against you, do yourself a favor and check them out. But if you think you can figure all of this out completely alone without any structure or support, maybe skip it. Totally your choice. Now let us get into this. Here is the moment most entrepreneurs never want to admit. The burnout did not happen because you were lazy. It happened because you were incredibly committed. You gave everything. You sacrificed everything. And the cruel irony is that the harder you worked, the more the business seemed to demand from you. You built a machine that runs on your energy, and now the machine is eating you alive. Think about what that actually costs. Not just emotionally, not just physically, but financially. When you are running on empty, your decisions suffer. You take on clients you should not take on because you are scared of losing income. You undercharge because you do not have the bandwidth to find better opportunities. You miss the big picture because you are buried in the tiny details. Studies consistently show that entrepreneurs operating under chronic stress make measurably worse financial decisions, lose between 20 and 40% of their productive output, and are significantly more likely to abandon their businesses entirely within 3 years. That is not a small thing. That is your entire dream dissolving in slow motion. And the loneliness of it. Nobody talks about that part. You cannot really explain it to people who have never built something from nothing. They see the Instagram version of entrepreneurship. They see the freedom, the laptop on the beach, the big revenue numbers. They do not see you sitting in your car before walking into your house, just trying to decompress enough to be a functional human being for the people who love you. They do not see the Sunday dread. They do not see the moment you realize you have not had a single day off in 3 months and you cannot even remember what you enjoy doing anymore. That version of business ownership is not success. That is a different kind of prison with a nicer cell. So how do you actually break out of it? How do you build a business that grows without consuming you? Let me give you the 3 pillars that change everything. The first pillar is systems before scale. Here is where most business owners get it completely backwards. They try to grow first and organize later. They add clients, add revenue, add complexity, and then wonder why everything feels chaotic. The businesses that scale without burning out the owner always build operational infrastructure before they build volume. This means creating documented processes for every repeatable task. It means knowing exactly what happens in your business, even when you are not the one doing it. When you have systems in place, you stop being the bottleneck. You stop being the person that every single thing funnels through. Entrepreneurs who systematize their core operations report spending up to 60% less time on day-to-day management within just a few months. 60%. Think about what you could do with that time. Think about who you could become with that space back in your life. The second pillar is ruthless prioritization. Not just cutting your to-do list, redesigning your entire relationship with what deserves your attention. Every single day you have tasks that feel urgent and tasks that are actually important. They are almost never the same thing. Urgent tasks create noise. Important tasks create leverage. The business owner who spends their time on high-leverage activities, the ones that actually move the needle, consistently outperforms the business owner who is perpetually reactive and firefighting. The difference in revenue outcomes between these two types of operators is not marginal. Research across small to medium businesses shows that owners who protect focused, strategic time blocks generate between 2 to 4 times the revenue growth compared to those operating in constant reactive mode. 2 to 4 times. Same number of hours in the day. Completely different results. The third pillar is the one that nobody wants to hear, but it is the most important one. You have to stop believing that doing more is the same thing as building more. This is deeply wired into entrepreneurs, especially the ones who have come from difficult backgrounds, who have fought hard for every win, who have been told their whole life that hard work equals results. That belief will serve you to a point, and then it will betray you completely. At a certain stage of business growth, the value you create is no longer proportional to the hours you work. It is proportional to the quality of your thinking, the quality of your decisions, and the quality of the systems you build. Rest is not a reward for finishing your work. Rest is actually part of the work. Entrepreneurs who deliberately schedule recovery time, who protect boundaries around their energy, who take real time off, consistently report higher revenue, higher client retention, and significantly better problem-solving ability. Your brain in recovery mode is making you money. Your brain in depletion mode is costing you money. Now let me paint you a picture of what the other side of this looks like. Imagine waking up on a Tuesday morning and not feeling that immediate wave of anxiety the moment your eyes open. Imagine knowing exactly what your day holds and knowing that it is manageable. Imagine your business generating income even when you are not actively working, because you built it that way intentionally. Imagine having dinner with your family and actually being present. Imagine taking a weekend trip and not feeling guilty, not checking your phone every 20 minutes, because the systems are running and the team knows what to do. Imagine looking at your bank account 6 months from now and seeing growth, real sustainable growth, not the kind that spikes when you grind and crashes when you rest, but the kind that compounds quietly and steadily because you built the foundation correctly. That is not a fantasy. That is what happens when entrepreneurs stop working in their business and start working on it. The difference between those two prepositions is the difference between burning out and building something extraordinary. Here is the reality check, though. Not everyone is ready to make this shift. Some people are too attached to the identity of being the one who does everything. Some people confuse busyness with progress so deeply that stillness feels like failure. Some people will watch this video and nod along and then go right back to the same patterns tomorrow. And honestly, that is fine. This information is not for everyone. It is for the person who is truly done with the exhaustion. The person who is finally ready to build something sustainable. The person who knows they are capable of so much more and is tired of their own business being the thing that holds them back. If that person is you, then the related programs in the video description below are your next move. They are built specifically for entrepreneurs who are serious about implementing real structure, real leverage, and real breathing room into their businesses. Not someday. Now. The people who act on this when the clarity is fresh are the ones who actually change. The ones who wait until a better time find that the better time never comes. Your business deserves a better architect. So do you. The link is below.